Stephen, Mr. and Mrs. Lotman, forgive me. It's been many years since I've been in this sort of company. And it always worries me. I'm an actor. I was lucky enough to be cast. I still don't really know the reason why, to be honest with you. In this remarkable story, single story of the horror of the Holocaust. I did a screen test for Stephen in 1992. It was just he and I in a room, he with a video camera. I had learned some scenes from the script as it then was. And 2-3 hours later, I thought, well, if I don't get the part, I've had this master class with one of the great storytellers, cinematic storytellers in the world. I went back to New York. I got involved in a play on Broadway, an old Eugene O'Neill play. It was very successful. Met my wife. And Stephen came to see it with his wife and his mother-in-law. And very graciously came backstage, and I was determined not to ask him, well, have I got the part? Anyway, we gave him a good show. He came backstage. And his mother-in-law was emotionally upset at the play, and I gave her a hug. And apparently Kate, Stephen's wife, said to Stephen afterwards, on the drive back home, that's just what Schindler would have done. So that's maybe the myth. The fact is, Stephen said to me, you've got to put your screen test. So, but when in doubt, always print the myth. So I finished this play. I'll keep this very short because I know it's a long film. It's 3 hours, 13 minutes. I finished the play on Broadway. On a Sunday, 48 hours later, I was at the gates of Auschwitz in the most unbearable circumstances. But we were just acting. It was bitterly cold, and there was that horrible sign, work brings you freedom, words to that effect. They were doing scenes with guard dogs, and prisoners being taken off trains and stuff. Very, very bleak, very, very cold. All those actors and actresses were just in rags. And I was standing off to the side with Franco Lustig, who was one of our producers, and we were chatting about this, that, and the other. And he said, "Oh, there's the hut." I said, "What?" Franco said, "That's the hut where I was." I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Yeah, I was interned there too as a young boy." My knees went weak, I have to say. And the reality of what I was doing, it wasn't just another gig, it wasn't just another acting gig. Here I was, at the gates of Auschwitz, with these other brilliant, wonderful Israeli actors and actresses, German actors and actresses. And I got very, very scared. We did it. Stephen shot this film in 3 months. And about 3 weeks before we wrapped, he said, "You know what, we're going to put an addendum to the end of the film. I want all the Schindler Juden that we can fly in to Jerusalem, and they're going to be in the film. They're all going to lay a stone on Schindler's grave." And he did. He flew in about 40, 45. These gorgeous people. Stephen went to bed early. I remember he had cramps in his stomach from nerves. And I gave him an old Irish recipe of, it's a brandy and port mixed. Just by that. I said, just drink it one, don't sit it, just take it now. And it'll relieve it all. He said it did. He went off to bed early, and we had one hell of a party. I tell you. It was just joy. For people who have been through horror, to have this abundance of joy and life, and life-affirming energy was just, I will never, ever forget it. So, just picking up what Stephen said in his beautiful speech, we're not human beings unless we hear stories and tell stories. And we all can make a difference, no matter how small that is in life, in our daily lives. Thank you so much. I'm very touched, very much.